Hello YouTube. The date is March 2019, but it's not very important, the date in today's video, because it's an OG Earth Yu-Gi-Oh deck. So OG that I'm not even using sleeves. And I thought I'd just include in my repertoire of videos here something that is really representative of my older playing of this game, and a lot of people's former playing, where they used to play when the cards were much simpler and the decks didn't take nearly as much money or really anything else like strategy. And it was pretty much just like a beatdown kind of thing. But I will get into the deck, and please enjoy the video. Definitely going to enjoy this for nostalgic purposes here. Start with the monsters. So first, as you saw, we got a Millennium Scorpion. And also a big tusked mammoth. These are the tribute monsters, both level 5. This one, I mean, it just gains 80k. It's kind of boring. This one is actually really cool, big tusked mammoth, because it gives all your opponent's monsters summoning sickness, which is not really a Yu-Gi-Oh kind of thing. It's more of a Magic thing, if I'm correct about that. But definitely cool that there is some card that has that kind of mechanic into the game. And this is Odeon's card. This is Yugi's card. So definitely some bonus points for being cool. Cool things to include. So next we got more Earth monsters. We got double Exiled Force. Actually quite a good card, Exiled Force, because it gets rid of any problematic monsters. So if you're playing Jinzo at the cost of your normal summon, I mean, most of the time it's pretty much summon one monster or set one monster, and then do either attack or just pass turn. But Exiled Force will get rid of that Jinzo, and that was actually a big deal because Jinzo is a serious threat to pretty much any deck, and most of them are going to be running traps. In OG Yu-Gi-Oh, traps were kind of dominant. So Exiled Force gets rid of that problem that stops you from playing most of your deck there. Then next we got double Goblin Attack Force. As you can see, this one is Ultra. It's actually a Pharaoh Servant copy, but it's actually in terrible condition. I'll just show you the back. We had these cards. I had this card as a little kid, and I kind of didn't take care of it, but Goblin Attack Force can be a really devastating card. I mean, even today, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to really play it, but it's a 4-star monster, normal, like no tribute normal summon that has 2300 attack, and your opponent really may not see that coming. So definitely took advantage of the element of surprise, as well as just pure beatdown strategies back in the day. But also, I can think about a game that I played in my first couple years of college, where I played against a friend who was using some kind of meta strategy, and I decided to tech in a Goblin Attack Force for whatever reason. I really can't remember why, but it took him by surprise, and he was like, he thought he had this great board, but he forgot that that battle is still a thing. I mean, as many negations as you can set up, Goblin Attack Force will still just beat right over those. So next we got triple Bubonic Vermin. So this card is a spam card. I mean, I'm trying to think about the modern applications that this card could have. Definitely in an OG Earth deck, it fits right in, but I'm thinking if you flip summon it, you can actually get another level 3. I mean, you flip summon the original to get another level 3 out there. It'll be in face down defense, so you can't go into a rank 3 that turn, or a synchro or whatever. But I'm just trying to think about how it could be used. Definitely a solid card though, because it's annoying. It's one of those floaters and those annoying, like, always on the field kind of things, where your opponent attacks, they think they got rid of it, your defense for a turn, and then next turn, if you don't draw another monster to set, if that was your only monster on the field, then they can go in for a direct attack next turn, or with their other attack position monster. But Bubonic Vermin will keep getting itself onto the field, very similar to the next card, Howling Insect. When it's destroyed by battle, you can special summon an insect monster with 1500 less ATK. So that's going to be Howling Insect, special summons itself in this deck. Also, both of these cards right here and Exiled Force go great with Giant Rat. Got 3 Giant Rats here. So all these cards have battle, being destroyed by battle kind of effects. So slower, obviously, but I mean, to put it in perspective, when Yu-Gi-Oh was just about beating down and back and forth, really slow, like draw one, either set it, if it's a trap, set it, if it's a monster with defense, you set it, if it's an attack mode kind of thing, with high attack, you attack with it, or it's a spell, you activate it. It's pretty much your options right there for the turn. There weren't these crazy combos, so I mean, Giant Rat, sometimes they really did have to destroy your monster by battle to get to your life points, so that effect actually was quite relevant. So we got 3 Rock Spirits too. And very similar to Rock Spirit, we have double Gigantes. So these are actually free special summons when you banish an Earth monster. This one's actually a little more relevant. I've actually seen 60-card Dino use this in their strategy to make, I believe, Curious, if I'm right about this, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Curious needs monsters with the same attribute but different types, and he would made Curious with Gigantes, all Earth monsters, and Glow Up Bulb was another one, but that's like the modern application. I guess you can see this card. And this one too, I would actually think about teching this into crawlers. But these free special summons when you banish a monster in your graveyard and get an extra monster, they actually make quite a bit of difference in the game, because you can get more advantage like on the field, and that one extra monster will actually seriously make a difference in terms of battle, because you can I knew I missed a card here. The Rock Spirit, Gigantes, and 1 Marauding Captain. All of these three cards here will make a difference, because you needed to go into more monsters to just instead of attacking one monster and destroying it, you can actually attack that monster, destroy it, and then go into a direct attack that turn. So actually having one more monster on your side of the field really gave you a serious edge. And then finally we got 1 defense mode monster. The only normal monster, we got a Soul Tiger, because it is an Earth monster, and with such an OG strategy, you kind of do need to put some cards in defense mode, I guess. I mean, this is being made several years after the time that I would actually make this deck with, in the current time frame. But I think retrospectively, I would put in a Soul Tiger. That's what I can say. So to keep going with this OG strategy here, we got Dark Piercing Light, which just stops all of those flip effects from going off when you don't want them to. Like, activate this when your Man-Eater Bug, when your opponent has a Man-Eater Bug, and then their Man-Eater Bug has to destroy itself. Great play right there. Solid Dark Piercing Light, definitely meta card right there. Then we got a Fissure, perfect for destroying whatever. I mean, Fissure is just, I can remember, back in those duels, Fissure would just be used all the time, pretty much a staple. We got double Enemy Controller. Quick play, so kind of almost a battle trap. Double summon, slower deck. Sometimes you can take advantage of those special summons, like I said, with Marauding Captain, Rock Spirit, Gigantes, but double summon will make your board a little bit bigger. For some back row removal, we have a Mystical Space Typhoon. I can't remember if, this card was limited for a long time, so I didn't want to put more than 1 in this deck profile to keep it relevant to the time frame. So I also have a Twister in here, which is kind of a Duel Links card, and a Dispel, which which you can kind of blind Dispel, get rid of their face down back row and hope it's a spell. So you got that play. And Twister is just the worst Mystical Space Typhoon, but like I said, use it in Duel Links. I think it's a super rare in Duel Links. So next we got 2 Gaia Powers, which just helps you with all the Earth, kind of the main Earth support of this deck. The rest of these generic spells and traps, but we got double Gaia Power. Got 1 Shard of Greed for draw power. Again, a Duel Links card right here. And Lightning Vortex, which was actually quite a good card, Lightning Vortex. Discarding was not the end of the world, because after several turns of drawing, you really did have plenty of cards in your hand that you weren't, you weren't going to normal summon all of those cards. You just either didn't have space, or you easily had the resources to do without those cards. So those are the spells. And then for some traps, we're running double Trap Hole, and these are LOB Trap Holes right here. Definitely happy to have these. How can you go wrong with LOB Trap Hole? What can I say? And then next we got Spell Shield Type 8. So this is your monster removal. Just gets rid of whatever kind of summons that happen. And then obviously, except for Jinzo. Jinzo is the one exception to all of this. Jinzo is the wild card that just turns the whole game around. And then Spell Shield Type 8, pretty much a better Magic Jammer, because you can you can send 1 card from your hand to the grave to negate the activation of a spell, just like Magic Jammer. But the first effect is even better, because if it does apply this situation, negate the activation and the effect of a spell card that designates 1 monster in the field as a target and destroy the spell card. So a little bit more a little bit more specific, but I mean, if you can actually run into that situation, then you don't have to discard. So there is that. Next, I got a Spellbinding Circle. And finally, I got a Windstorm of Itaqua because I wanted to keep some Duel Links cards in here too. I actually went out and bought a Duel Links deck before Speed Duel actually happened. I bought a bunch of Duel Links cards that I thought I could play Duel Links in real life, the format, and then Speed Dueling actually came out, and I was like, well, I'm not going to take credit for that. I mean, I didn't come up with that, but I do have Windstorm of Itaqua, and then I do have Spellbinding Circle, and these are just your battle kind of things, and that's pretty much the deck profile. I will end the video with another glance at my beautiful, well, it's not that beautiful, but it is Platinum Rare, I believe, Millennium Scorpion. So these are actually really easy to bend because they're thinner, and they can like peel right here if you're not careful with them. They can peel like that. I mean, you can kind of see it's already happening. So got the Millennium Scorpion here. I hope you enjoyed this video because I wanted to just make a throwback video to something that was just fun for everyone when they played it and fun to revisit. So thanks.